Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is 4:29:24 at approximately 4:20 p.m. I have a just under 20-minute conversation recorded with this GM, and I want to um, let you guys hear it. And of course, my anxiety is always high because these people are too defensive for me. They're not. I mean, this guy come out in broad daylight and started making fun of my arm that works there, and he felt comfortable enough to do that. My problem with that is they all seen it. I know they did. And he has it recorded as well when I was protesting, something that I'm allowed to do by law. And this man that works there thinks it's okay to make fun of people that have disabilities. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this play out and let you guys be the judge of what you're hearing here. Just listen to how controlling that he tries to take control of the conversation. Every time I point out an issue that needs to be dealt with, his excuse is that he wasn't there and he can't address his staff if until he talks to him. But yet he said that that woman spoke to me with respect and kindness. Well, if he didn't speak to none of his staff, then how the heck did he know that the woman spoke to me with kindness? There you go. That is patronizing and it's disdain because it proves that he's lying. Now, let's play it.
Hold on, amigos. Thank you for calling Skin Garden. We appreciate your continued patronage. Our hours of operation are Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. We will be closed Easter Day. Please hold, and someone will be with you shortly. Mexican Garden.
Yeah, can I speak to a manager, please?
For sure, may I ask who's calling?
Dave.
Dave, may I ask what this is about?
A specific incident that involves the restaurant and the business of the restaurant.
Okay, can you hold on a second?
Sure. So we'll speed this up a little bit.
Your patience is appreciated.
Stand by.
Please hold the line and we'll be right back. Is appreciated. Please hold the line and we'll be right back with you.
10 minutes later.
This is Frank, the general manager. Can I help you?
Hi, Frank. How are you today?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm sitting here going over some video footage that's about to go viral, and I just wanted to see if you wanted to comment on one of your employees out in the parking lot making fun of a one-armed man, speaking to him with this with a ton of disdain. Troll me. So what happened is I trolled him back, and I stood up and said, "I'm living there. Do they tell you that I cannot bring alkaline water in your restaurant?" She said, "This is usually a deterrent that you guys use. So because you guys sell beverages, which is understood, and I even said that in the video, you sell beverages and you're a business for profit, and that's fine. I get it. Everybody's a capitalist. That's why you're there. You're there to make money. But your primary service is to serve your customers." Now, I was planning on taking care of that whole table, which would have probably been up about $150 plus tip. All right.
Okay.
And what happened is your water boy came up to me. He said the Department of Health said that I could not have my alkaline water up in there after he knew it was alkaline water. You don't serve alkaline water, and that ruined my day. So instead of ruining everybody else's day, I decided to say, I'm not going to eat, and I'm just going to sit here and fellowship with my family. Your server behind me was eavesdropping into what I said to my wife in her ear, and he heard me say, I'm not ordering any food from there. So he threw down his towel, because there were 7 of us, all of us, and he threw down his towel and said, that's it, and acted like a Darren as he walked away. So I said, I'm not going to ruin your guys' day. I'm going to leave, guys, but I'm going to redress this restaurant, and I'm going to let them know what I think of their service. That is why I acted the way I do. All right?
Okay. Okay.
So do you have a comment on why your servers would make fun of a
number one,
man? Why he's
number one, I'm listening to what you have to say, and that's what I'm doing now. I wanted to ask you a question. When you said he threw his towel down, what do you mean?
He
threw his towel
apron.
down.
Okay, you know how he had his apron there?
Okay.
Okay, he had something, I think it was a white something, and he made it snap. I don't know if it hit the ground, but it's like, okay, that's
he took his apron off?
He stopped away like a little girl. Okay, stop it right there. So it could have been his hatlet that he had. All I know, this is my peripheral vision, right? And whatever it was white. It could have been his order tablet that was in his hand. And he said, okay, enough of this. That's it. And went down, took his arms down, and maybe that hit the chair that was sitting next to, or maybe it hit his leg, whatever. It's not the deal was that he showed disdain for 7 people at that table because the water boy used the Department of Health to say that I could not have my alkaline water in there. Look, I'm just sticking with the facts. These are the facts. I don't care what they have to say. What I'm saying is accurate, and it depicts everything that I have, and their response shows it's more likely than not likely all this stuff happened. So I'm not going to use anything that the audio that I have inside the restaurant. I'm not even going to show that. I'm just going to show you his response into this, and it should show you the line of service when one of their people get caught up into one of the doping moves that they are trained to say to people that they don't want outside beverages because they don't want you drinking alcohol up in there because that would be against the law. They don't want you bringing in any of their beverages that they can sell to you either because they're a business for profit. They're greedy. Moving on. Okay.
Okay, but you said he threw his apron down?
Well, it looked like it. I don't know if it hit the ground or not, to be accurate, but it was.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Go.
Sir, I'm going to tell you. I'm the general manager. I wasn't there at that time. So,
why don't you look on your video?
Okay,
You got plenty of video.
See,
I'm trying to tell him right there, and he's talking so loud. You could see I talk loud, and he was way louder than me. And I have the recording end of it, of the mic. So mine should be louder than his. That's how loud he was talking to me. So I was trying to tell him, why don't you go review your own video that's inside restaurant and you'll see for yourself. But he used that as me interrupting him.
Okay, sir. Can I speak?
I know you do. Look at it.
Okay, can I speak, sir?
Yes,
so, number one, I wasn't there, and number two, there's always 2 sides to the story, right? You say you got a video. There's always 2 sides of the story. So you're right. You're right. Mexican Gardens treats people with respect. We treat people the way we've been here for 45 years. We always appreciate people. Okay, so we always treat people with respect. And I'm sure the lady you were talking to was being very, very nice to you. The lady you were talking to, the manager, and that lady.
Hold up, let me insert something. Let me insert something.
You're not letting me speak now. I let you
He wouldn't let me insert anything because he's trying to control the conversation. We're supposed to have a back and forth here, right? He said no back and forth. You'll hear him say it. In your defense, listen to me. It's not about her. She tried to make up for it because she's seen him act like a fool. Okay? She apologized for his action. But here's my problem. I want to let you know because dude, 1,000 people are going to see this. This is going on.
Okay, I understand that, sir.
This is going on.
But you're not.
Yeah,
I understand that, sir.
I want you to know all the facts before you start.
Okay, I understand that, but there's different facts, sir. There's not always one side of the story.
We know there's not always one side of the story. There's always two sides to the story when a person and another person are at odds. But when you have cheerleaders that continue to edge on, and this was between me and the water boy, and it ended up being between me and the server, and now it's with the whole damn restaurant. Why? Because that's how people abuse the power of language, and they seen weakness when they seen this. They seen my weakness when they looked at me and knew the back of my head was blown out. They seen weakness when I started to come across with that I'm not the average norm, but I'm just as smart, I'm just as able, and I'm just as connected as they are to reality. And I know what happened. He wasn't even there. He should, if anything, he should have been asking more questions instead of trying to propagate what usually happens.
Different sides of the story. And when you spoke to that manager, she was trying to be cordial to you. She tried to treat you with respect that you deserve.
As the guy behind her was talking, mimicking me, and she told him to go back twice. Okay. Now, do you see that? He said that he wasn't there and that he didn't do nothing about it and he has to talk to his staff. How did he know that she talked to me with respect if he didn't talk to nobody? See, he's lying to me. And that is why I continue to act the way I do with these people when I catch them in lies. I don't just sit down and say, hey, you lied. No, because he's trolling me. Stirring the pot is an attribute of lying, is an attribute of stirring the pot. That's exactly what he did to me. And he's that ignorant and he's that moronic to try to get away with me with that. And I'm 50 steps ahead of these people because I have the facts. I have the video. And I'm not, the audio, it wasn't that good. So it really doesn't matter. He even said that that woman talked to me with respect and corrected the issue, right? So he knows that that guy did something wrong. Keep listening. See, you don't know the whole story. You don't know the whole story.
I understand that, but I gave you your time. I let you say everything you wanted to say.
Go ahead.
I gave you your time, and then you remember every time I start talking.
You a favor, you don't even know it, man. I'm not trying to
be mean to you at all, sir. I respect you. I have no problem with you. I don't even know who you are, sir. I'm just took this phone call that you just started talking about that you got all this video for information. I mean, I have to go back to my staff and I need to find out what's going on. Number one.
Okay. When I came back, right, he was making fun of my arm when I was protesting him. So if she took care of that, then why is he out where there's 100 people in the restaurant that's watching him making fun of my one arm and calling it a one arm protest? Why is he doing that? Because they don't care and they're ableist. Anybody that enables that, you are just as bad.
So number three, you're talking to this gentleman here, me, that I wasn't even in the situation, so I can't even defend this situation because.
But he continues to defend and say that she dealt with it when she didn't. Liar.
I wasn't even in there. I need to talk to my staff. I need to find out from my management what exactly happened. That's number one. And number two, there's always two sides of the story. I mean, if you say you got video, that's fine. But we always make things right here, Mexico. No, but I was saying, let me finish here. We always make things right here, Mexico. We don't want any trouble. We don't want no problem. We're Christian restaurant. Can you let me just. Yeah, I'll give you that time. I'll give you the time. Yeah, once I'm done talking, you can have the time.
This is called a back and forth.
No, there's no back and forth. There's no back and forth. I'm trying to explain.
See that? There's no back and forth. Do you know does anybody know what a back and forth is? Define back and forth. And factual evidence that I have, along with that preponderance of the evidence, is looking at the definition of a back and forth. A give and take, an exchange. Hello? Do you understand how transparently honest he was being when he said, so no, it's not going to be a back and forth. It's going to be my side. I'm going to be the one. I'm in control. And that's what he showed, all in his actions. I got a brain injury, and I'm the voice of reason in this? Really? And a lot of people won't let They don't listen to reason. They're so politically charged out there, and people are so crazy that it just organically plays out nuts. To deal with that, I'm gonna go sit back down. How do I know the cook ain't gonna be the cheerleader? So this is where in the video that I let it play twice so you guys can hear it very well. Him making fun of my arm, talking about a one arm protest. Right here it starts off because I just don't want to go straight to it. I'm going to show you how he provoked me, okay? While I was over here on the other side of I was on the east side of the restaurant, and the waiter that waited on me in question is on the other side talking crap, and you'll hear him. Take a good listen. They ruined my day with my family. So now they want to provoke me. They're provoking me over here. Do it again. My family. They ruined my day with my family. You hear that? You hear how he's provoking me? So now they ruined my day with my family. My family. They ruined my day with my family. So I was minding my own business over there, redressed and protesting on that side, and he wanted some. So he's on the clock where this manager, you just heard this manager say he could not imagine anybody doing this that works here and that would disrespect somebody, and they're good Christian. Let me tell you something. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1, judge not, lest ye be judged. Your own boys over there talking about how I got one arm, judging me through using ableism, and ableism is discrimination, and most of all, discrimination of the highest form is exploiting supremacy while using their prejudice. That's what made them say it. Now I'm going to get back to the video that's going to literally prove my case against you. So now they want to provoke me. They're provoking me over here on the other end. You got something you want to say to my subscribers? I already had the rest of it recorded. Tell your boss that I had all that audio recorded. Call the police again. Hey, call the police again. Go on, I'll stay right here, I promise. Call the police again, you bootlicker. You're a bootlicker. You're a bootlicker, and you couldn't take me on your best day. You ain't nothing but a hoe. Hey, you got all dariness and said, "Oh, enough of this," and walked away from my wife's table when I said I wasn't gonna eat your food. Remember, this is called a protest. This is a protest. There you go. This is a protest. There you go. He's talking about my one arm, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I believe I proved my case there, Frank. You can't believe it. That's why I ended the conversation where I did. And I didn't even let you hang up and show everybody that you hung up on me, not believing what I'm saying. And this will be seen by thousands. You have a great day, sir. God bless. Wolverine's going back quiet, reading the mail for sure, like he always does. Good. Have a good day. You're dismissed. Goodbye.